Hello everyone, myself Ananya Kumar Gangve and I am a second year computer science student at Bennett University. Today we are going to learn counting sort algorithm. So we will be looking upon the mechanism of this sorting algorithm, how it is implemented and what are few drawbacks of this counting sort algorithm. Let's go forward. We already know other sorting algorithms like bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, heap sort, merge sort, etc. All these sorting algorithms are comparison-based sorting algorithms. In these sorting algorithms, we were basically comparing the values and afterwards we were either swapping or performing various steps to bring the elements in their correct position. So how are we going to sort the values in counting sort? Counting sort is not a comparison-based sorting. Keep this in mind, it is not a comparison-based sorting. We are going to sort the values according to the keys. So what are these keys? Basically, we are going to count the elements having distinct key values, or we can, in easier terms, we can say the frequency of repeating elements in an array. So the question arises, how are we going to sort using counting sort? Let us understand it using an example. But before that, as we already know, in comparison-based sorting, like quicksort, merge sort, selection sort, etc., the best time complexity that can be achieved was order of n log n. But in counting sort, we can reduce this time complexity to linear time, that is order of n. But in very specific cases, keep this in mind, not in all cases. Otherwise, order of n plus k is always achievable, in which k is a constant. So coming back to this example, this array. So the total number of elements in this array is 17, which is from 0 to 16 indexes. And 0, 1, 2 and many more elements are repeated. As you can see, 0 is repeated 3 times, 1 is also repeated 3 times, and similarly 2 is repeated 4 times. The range of elements is from 0 to 9. This means the smallest element in this array having value is 0 and the largest is 9. So the range is from 0 to 9. So the value of k is 9 as it is the upper bound of this range. Coming forward, required conditions for counting sort is that every element of array A should be greater than 0 and less than the value k. And please keep this in mind, the elements of array A cannot be negative number. And also these elements should be an integer. It cannot be a floating point number. So moving forward, in order to sort this array, we will require a different array which is count array. So the count array is of size k plus 1. So as we know, the value of k was from 0 to 9. So which means it was 0, 1 till 8. And adding 1 to it, it will be from 0 till 9. So as you can see, the index is 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9. So in this, we are counting the frequency of each and every repeating elements. Like as you can see, 0 is being repeated 3 times. So it is denoted here. Likewise, 1 for 1, 2, 3 until 9. So to fill this count array, we will require a pointer I on array A, as you can see here, and it will keep on incrementing to update the frequency of numbers. We will initialize this count array with value 0 at all indices, as you can see. When I is equals to 0 and the element at 0th position is 2, so we are incremented in by 1. Similarly, as we will encounter 0 as many times, we will increment that, and uh, the final count array that will be obtained is this. So the code for creating count array is as follows. We will be iterating from 0th position till n minus 1 position, and we will be counting or incrementing the count for each and every different elements. So after sorting this array A, it will look something like this. Please keep a note of this as we will be requiring it in the future. So as you can see, these element 0 is being repeated from 0 to second index. Similarly, 1 is from third to fifth index, 2 is from sixth to ninth index, fourth is only at 10th index, 5 is also only at 11 index, and so on. 1 is from index 3 to 5. How? How are we knowing that it is from 3 to 5 only? So, in order to know, we will reconstruct the count array. What modification we are going to do is basically we are going to add the previous to the next. So, as you can see, it is here 3, but in this first position, we are adding 3 plus 3 and it is becoming 6. Similarly, in this one, we are adding 6 plus 4 and it is becoming 10. So on, we are like constructing a prefix sum array of this count array. If you know prefix sum array, this updated count array tells us that exact position of elements in array A. Where okay, so moving forward, this updated count array tells us 0 is from 0, index 0 to 2. This 3 tells us that it is from 0, 1, 2, as it is 0 less than, sorry, 0 less than 3, which means it is 0, 1, 2 index, the 0 is being repeated. So the code for updated count array is as follows. We are giving the value in the similar count index, but we are also adding the I minus 1 position to the ith position. So now as we have discussed some basics for obtaining the sorted array using counting sort, let us now see what are the key steps involved. So as to maintain the stability of this counting sort algorithm, we will start from the last index. And here also I have written the updated count array. So we have derived the updated count array and given within array A. We will be storing the output sorted array in a new array B, which is also of length n, as we have to store the exact values but in a sorted manner of array A. So in array A, we will be starting from last index, just I told before this, just to maintain the stability in counting sort. So what does stability mean? So stability means, as you can see, this array is an unsorted manner, but after, and you can see this 9 is before this 9. It is at 12th index and it is at 16th index. So after sorting, this 9 should always be before this 9. Then only the stability will be conserved. So moving forward, in step 1, we will start from the last position 9. So we will, in array A, we will go to the last index 16 and we will check that the value there is 9. So we will put check for the ninth index in count updated count array and we will see that the value there was 17. But we will decrement this value by 1 and in we will obtain value 16. So in the B array we will go till 16th index position and we will store this value 9 here. We are decrementing this because it is count, not the index. And index is always count minus 1. So that is the reason behind we are decrementing 17 to 16. And as we decrement I, we will reach the 15th position. And in the 15th position, we can say there is value 1. So in count of 1, we can see there is value 6. Again, we will decrement it by 1 and we will get 5. So we will put value 1 in the fifth index of array B. Similar, moving further, we will be able to put all the values in the array B. So the final array obtained will be in a sorted manner. As you can see, all these are in sorted manner. So the final code for count sort is, so we can basically write a function in which we will be having an array, the size of it, and the value k. We will be initializing a count array of size k plus 1 as discussed before, and also an array B in which we will be storing the sorted array. Sometimes k will not be passed, so in that case k can be calculated by finding the maximum value in array A that will be the value of k as discussed before. So by this we will be constructing the count array by iterating from 0 to n minus 1 and counting the frequency of each and every repeating element. Then we will be calculating the updated array, which is basically the prefix sum array of count array. Then after this is the most important for loop. In this we are iterating in array A from n minus 1th index, which is the last index, and going till the 0th index. In this basically we are doing in the bth array, we are storing the decremented value of count array in which the element of count array is the element which we are receiving from the array A, as you can see here. In the 16th position, the value was 9. So count of 9 becomes 17, and decrementing 17, we obtain 16. So in the 16th position, we are storing 9. So this is what this loop tells us. And finally, we are storing the value of B, array B, back into array A. So moving forward, what is the time complexity? So as you can see, all these arrays are running till n, and only one constant is there k. So it becomes 3n plus k, and it is big of n plus k. So what are drawbacks of counting sort? At last, the value of k should be feasible. By this what I mean is, if the array is of size 100 and k is given 10,000, which means the values are ranging from 0 to 10,000. So in this case, the count array will be having size nearly about 10,001 after incrementing. So in space of 10,000 elements, we will only be storing 100 elements. So in that case, it will be happening that there will be many recurring zeros in some position, which will be occupying garbage space. Like in easier words, I can say that it will be acquiring useless spaces. It will be increasing the space complexity. Thus, upper bound of k should be of order n. By this, I mean that the k should always be less than equal to the value of n. Then only the counting sort is feasible. And secondly, counting sort fails for negative values and floating point values. So, as I discussed in the very beginning, that it fails for negative as well as floating point values. Thank you so much.